what excites you about succeeding to a senior attorney's practice?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things, and I'm going to use weasel words. We used to joke it when I was at Skadden that, you did the spell check, you did the grammar check, now you got to do the weasel check and give the caveats. But I'm opportunistic because I have to be. I call myself an entrepreneur not by choice. I had to go do my own thing. And I'm sort of making it up on the fly, which is one way to say it. The other way to say it is I'm opportunistic. I follow where the opportunities are based on what's available to me and makes the most sense for my skill sets and interests. So how does that relate to senior attorney, succeeding a senior attorney? There's a lot of ways that I can find a senior attorney. I am not set. I don't have a specific profile in mind that has as a high degree of criteria. There's a lot of different ways that it could work, right? And one way would be there's a senior attorney who has a practice who's looking to just slowly get out or get out quickly, depending on the needs. And it would be interesting to me to for me, that creates a whole existing infrastructure of client generation, clients who I can cross-sell. A lot of what I offer is unique, and the typical attorney does not have it. I offer, and so there could be an overlap as I learn senior attorney's business and how he conducts stuff with the clients. I could cross-sell a lot of the services that I could provide. Or if by some chance I meet someone who does what I do, part of the reason why it's so challenging what I do is that, I don't have the staff, I don't have the people in-house, as it were, to bounce ideas off of and to help develop them. And we can talk about that whole sort of trajectory of how I could develop a sort of an established attorney's practice. But the other thing too is I've been for better or worse, and I don't say this pejoratively, I think there's an underappreciation of middle management in this society as a whole, and that's a whole other political discussion. But I've been a legal manager for the past 15 years. And another opportunity is a senior attorney or a senior-ish attorney who is looking to get out, but needs someone who can manage the business. And they don't want to, because they hate that. They don't want to do that. They're sick and tired of this. They're too old for this stuff. They just want to work with their clients that they like. And, but they don't want to just hire a professional manager for hire who doesn't understand law firm, doesn't understand the business, and doesn't understand the practice. And in my experience, the managers who understand what they're managing and can do it if they had to, or if they want to, is probably the best kind of manager. And so it would be, it depends on the opportunity, but there is an opportunity to me to come in, from my perspective, to come in and find a law firm where, for whatever reason, it could be any, obviously it shouldn't be the reasons that indicate that the law firm is slowly circling down the drain. But, for whatever reason, the senior attorney or the person in charge is no longer interested in being in charge and just wants to do their thing. There's a great opportunity for me to help develop that firm, bring it into the 21st century, whatever you want to call it, and develop the business, but also manage it and take over sort of the less glorious things and slowly take over the practice as well as the law firm eases themselves out. So the bottom line is I'm a legal businessman. I do law, I do business. Yes, the ethics rules make my head explode every time. I have a number of opinions to the various ethics bars, and I'm like, it is what it is. But I have a consultancy, I have a law firm, and I recognize that. But the way I view it and the way I like to give my clients is the holistic business approach to the law and the legal instruments. And I would view that the same way to any opportunity. If there was a way for me to help and both make my life easier by getting more clients, getting synergies from client and lead generation, getting synergies for internet, as you were noting before, internet and all that lovely electronic stuff that the interwebs have imposed on us, stuff. And thought leadership is so important, especially in what I do. But also just gets lonely. someone to talk to who understands your stuff, right? I have friends, I have colleagues but I can't, it's hard for me to commiserate about stuff that's highly confidential and privileged with someone
Sure.
who's not, right. And it's so important. So, all of those things, and probably many more.